So I'm here with Alison from Innovision Counselling. And first of all, congratulations on your award.
Thank you very much.
Can you start us off by giving us a brief overview of the business?
Yes, so I work only with couples or any other relationship dynamic. Mm-hmm. So there's usually two people in the room with me. And I only started working since COVID, when my consultancy business, because I also work with relationships in business, when that went out the window and everything stopped. And so because I'm a qualified therapist and have been for 20 or so years, I started focusing on working with couples, quite quickly had quite a lot of success, and loved it. And then as soon as I was legally allowed to start seeing people face to face, I did so, and the business really has gone from strength to strength since then.
And so when you're meeting a couple for the first time, whatever type of relationship it is, whether it's a traditional couple or a sort of mother-daughter or anything like that, what's your sort of approach that you take initially towards starting to help them?
So the first stage is an assessment. So I'm getting to know them, they're getting to know me. I like to hear their stories, what's bringing them to me. But in that first session, I'm also trying to spot any patterns that they both might be running that doesn't serve the relationship well. And then before they go, at the end of that first session, I give myself license to offer them both feedback, because part of the approach is about what do you want to do yourself, which contributes to the work that we're about to do together. Okay. So it's a bit ironic in that way. It is couples work, it is relationship work, but it is supporting each individual to do their the thing that's going to make the biggest contribution. Yeah,
the end goal is as a team, but individually they each need to do some work on themselves.
Something, absolutely. And I'm very outcome focused, so it's not a cosy chat that you'll be getting should you come and work with me. So I consider it high support, high challenge. As I say, very outcome focused. So often when couples come and do the work, then it's either because they want to change or repair somehow the relationship. It might be because they want to dissolve the relationship. Or it might be that they want to make a decision. You know, do we or do we not have a baby? Do we or do we not split up? Do we or do we not move home? So usually it's one of those three outcomes. And so once we have identified the outcome, once we've identified what the autonomous goals are for each of the individual, I'm very then outcome focused to supporting that process.
And I imagine some of the results can be quite transformational, can't they? Can you give us an example, perhaps, of the sort of effects that you've had with recent clients?
Yeah. Do you know, I had my eldest couple that came for an assessment just the day before yesterday. He was 84, she was 82, and it was their stepdaughter, that was the broker in getting them to come and see me, because they were really arguing badly and even throwing things at each other. And this had been going on for some time. And they came for an hour and a half assessment. And when they left, the stepdaughter phoned me up and said, I just want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. That hour and a half has been transformational for them both. She said, I don't know what you said, but they are both different people. They haven't stopped talking about it. And she said, and the only bittersweet is that my stepfather has just been diagnosed with third stage melanoma. And actually, we just really hope we've caught it early enough. We don't know yet. So to think that just an hour and a half was that transformational for that couple, to make a difference in each other's lives for whatever time they've got left. That's just amazing. You know,
Absolutely. Finally, this might be putting you on the spot a little bit, but can you think of, is there one piece of advice that you could give to a couple? What would be the focal point, you think, if you could just give one piece of advice?
The piece of advice that often I focus on is I liken a relationship to a game of tennis, where each of the partners are playing their own strokes of communication to keep the relationship going. The place that you influence the relationship is not by shouting over the net, "Can you hit the balls a bit softer?" The place that you influence the game is from your end. So the likes of John Federer, you don't hear him moaning about what they're doing. You see him focusing on his own game. And that's the bit, it's the autonomous goal piece. It's kind of, what are you going to do that's going to make a difference here? You know, there is a saying from the leader, Mahatma Gandhi, which is, be the change you want to see in the world. So if you want a more romantic relationship, be more romantic. If you want to be heard, listen more. So it's, what do you, be the change you want to be, and what's your game at the end of the tennis court that's going to make the biggest difference to influence the game?
Well, congratulations on your award, and thanks very much for taking time to speak to us today.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.